for your draft experience?
Yeah, so I'm part of the class of 1984 of the NBA draft, which is getting a little bit more notice here lately. How many of you have seen the movie Air that has been going around? You've seen Air. I was in the movie. Well, I wasn't personally in the movie, but those of you that have seen it, remember there's a scene early in the movie where Jason Bateman's character is in front of a big whiteboard, and they're talking about all of the players, and they've got to decide who they're going to give the 3 players they're going to give the money to and everything. And if you looked on that board, my name was actually on that board. I've become so popular, everybody that I know that sees the movie has to screenshot it and send it to me in a text. So my phone's blown up, my email box is full of this picture of this whiteboard and everything. So I was a part of the 84 draft. A lot of people thought that was one of the greatest drafts ever. There were 4 Hall of Famers that came out of that draft. The one that you all know that the movie was based on was Michael Jordan. It was really interesting. The NBA draft that we'll see on Thursday night, well, you see now the hype that goes into the draft. We know everything about all of these players. There's interviews going on. ESPN's running shows all the time. And Thursday night, in the lead up to it, the players will be there and be at the Barclays Center in New York. All the lights.
This is where the Magic practice facility is. This is freaking look at this place. It's legit.
Of Madison Square Garden called the Felt Forum. That's where they used to have all the old boxing matches and everything. A smaller area, very limited crowd of people in there. Mostly New York Knicks fans were in there. I wasn't at the draft. In fact, there were 6 of us that were taken in that draft. There were 23 picks, 23 teams that year, and there were 6 of us that were in Bloomington, Indiana, in a television studio. 6 of us were part of the 1984
I can't believe I'm actually doing
U.S.
this.
Olympic team.
What do you think about this?
In Bloomington,
Anything for my
Indiana,
son?
under the leadership of General Bob Knight, who was our coach. And so we were there practicing. We had a practice in the morning, and they loaded 6 of us, and those 6 would have been Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, Alvin Robertson, Leon Wood, who is now an NBA official, Vern Fleming, who played at the University of Georgia, and myself. And so we loaded up in the van. They took us to a television studio, a local TV station in Bloomington, Indiana, and they put us in what they called the green room. I'm a young college guy, didn't know what a green room was. There was nothing green about this room. It was a conference room. And there was a long table, and we were all seated there, and they had a small 19-inch television up in the corner, and we were watching the draft. And as a name would be called, the first to be called, obviously, was Michael Jordan. They took Michael Jordan, someone came and got him, and they took him into the studio, right into the television studio. You sat in front of a big TV camera on a chair, and you talked to Al Allen,
Hall of
was the
Famer
guy hosting
for the
it,
Orlando
and
Magic
legendary
and the
St.
former
John's
player.
coach Lou
Hall of Famer.
Fonseca
He
was
is
kind of
former
given
player of the
play-by-play
Orlando
of
Magic.
color, I guess, color about each player. That was it. Those were the only 2 guys talking about the draft. So the interesting part of the story is Michael Jordan gets selected by the Chicago Bulls.
Obviously.
Michael doesn't come back to the conference room. Where did Michael Jordan go? Right? We've got practice in the afternoon. Michael's gone. Then Sam Perkins goes, number 4. He's gone. Right? Goes. We don't know where he's going. None of us know that are there. He doesn't come back. And Alvin Robertson goes at number 7. Leon Wood goes at number 10. Right? So it's Vern Fleming and I are sitting in this conference room. We have no idea. There are no Woj bombs, or there's no internet. There's nothing to tell you who's going to take you. We didn't work out for any teams, right? They came to the Olympic trials and scouted us. They scouted us all season. The NBA front office.
Doing this.
We have no idea. So Vern and I are sitting there. Now think about this.
Over there are the
We don't know where our
lockers.
teammates are, but we know they're hungry, right? And we know that Michael is not nice when he's hungry, right? And so they're gone. it takes 5 minutes between each pick. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, no Jeff Turner, no Vern Fleming. 16, they take John Stockton, Utah takes him out of Gonzaga University. 17th pick belongs to the New Jersey Nets. Well, I'm thinking,
I thought they were Brooklyn.
this is a great place. Like they're
they
gonna
changed
take Vern
the
Fleming. And I looked at Vern and I'm like, Vern, you'll be in New York, you get to be home. Vern looks at me and says, no, man. He's like, New Jersey's horrible. I don't want to go to New Jersey. Trust me. And I just want to be drafted. It doesn't really matter. So I'm sitting there, and commissioner comes on, and with the 17th pick in the 1984 NBA draft, the New Jersey Nets select Jeff Turner out of Vanderbilt University. And I look at Vern, and he shakes his head, and he said, oh man, I'm sorry. And about the same time, the television, all you hear is, boo! All the New York fans. Jeff Turner is, some guy from down south at some school called Vanderbilt, never heard of it. And so they take me out, and I sit in the chair and I do my thing. Luckily, Vern was taken the next pick, number 18, by the Indiana Pacers. So we go out, and sure enough, the guys are sitting on the van. It's a sigh of relief. We roll through McDonald's, get our Big Macs, whatever it is, head home, back, we're at practice, no problem.
But you have practice, why would you get Mickey D's?
There were 10 rounds. Now there are 2 rounds in the NBA draft. There were 10 rounds back then. Can you imagine, 10 rounds? What if you're 8th round pick or something like that? We had no idea. So very fortunate, a little bit different experience than what we saw last year with Paolo Banchero with the number 1 pick. I always think that, how cool is that? Like, you go to New York a week before, or 3 or 4 days, and put you to the table, right? And say, what do you want your suit to look like? And it could be anything. Paolo had purple with sequins, and how cool is that? You can just pick whatever you want. Didn't really get that. I just sat in a pair of gym shorts and a USA basketball tank top. Didn't get to put the hat on or anything like that. So my recommendation to every young person that goes through this is really enjoy it, because it is one of the most unbelievable nights, really, in young person's life. These guys are 18, 19 years old, and to be in this position and share that with their families is really incredible. I think that's one of the things I look forward to on draft night, watching the guys interact with their families. Because I know the work that's gone in to get them to where they are, and it's a team thing. The families be a part of that.
I can't believe Jeff Turner's here.
And all that goes into it is really.
I can't believe I'm here.
That's awesome.
There's a lot of traffic coming. Let me tell you.
Well, there's a lot of welcome to the league. First of all, and I joke.
My mom
the New Jersey Nets are now the Brooklyn Nets, right? It's beautiful building.
Traffic. She goes like this. And traffic, so it kind of gets annoying sometimes. My mom is.
20,000. It was one of the largest arenas in the country. Unfortunately, it kind of sat in a swampy area. It was not like in the middle of the city. And the team really wasn't a huge draw. So in a 20,000 seat arena, they say we get 10,000 people, but it felt like 2. And you could hear everybody in the arena say anything to you. So my favorite story is, like, as a kid, I grew up. Everybody, the kids come in today. The young guards all worshiping Orion or Apollo
it for today's video.
this moment.
I can't record any longer.
And Kevin Durant, and those were his heroes.
Okay.
For me, it was Julius Erving, Dr. J, right? And one of my first preseason games, we had some injuries. And, I was a center in college, and so they said, Jeff, you're starting tonight at the small forward position. Oh, great, let's look down the list. Who is that? Am I going to get to guard Charles Barkley? Because I know him. No, you're going to get
Charles
to
Barkley sucks at three-pointer, just like Shaquille
So my
O'Neal.
big moment was I my play back then, I was big, I was strong, I was physical. And in the NBA, they would let you hold and grab, and it was expected. You know, you made sure people knew you were in the game. You hit them. And I took a couple shots at the doctor.
Now in the NBA, you can't hold your crowd.
So what happened
Dude,
was,
it's pretty
started feeling really
It's
good about myself.
stupid.
There's a free throw, and
Man,
I step
really do
to the line along the lane, and Julius comes in right next to me.
And when it happens to you, you don't really like it anyways.
Do me a favor, keep your elbows down. He said, if you hit me again with one of those elbows, there'll be consequences. Do you understand? And I swear to you, I looked and my hero, the great Dr. J, is standing next to me. And this is something you probably should never do as a competitor, but I looked at him and I said, yes, sir. And I just, when I was going to box out, I just kind of went like this.
Oh my God.
They made the free throw, so I didn't do that.
Then after playing in the NBA for the Magic, decided to join the broadcasting team. What led you to that decision?
Well, I retired. I had to retire in the 95-96 season because of injuries.
Poor
And
him.
so about February at the All-Star break, I made the decision and I had to hang it up. At the time, we had a radio guy by the name of David Steele who was doing radio all by himself. Back then, when we traveled commercial quite a bit, and then he began to charter at Shaquille and changed everything and started chartering.
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal.
Travel party. And David was just one of us, and so we were all friends.
Alright, guys. I
After
have to tell you that
the
is
Magic were
it
great. They
for
asked me,
today's
if I'd keep in the organization.
video.
There's
On Thursday, I'm gonna be
opportunities,
filming
thinking about
again.
what I might like to
Depends.
do. And David
But on
got
Thursday, I
me, he said,
might
"Hey,
film again because I'm gonna be here again for the NBA Draft Party. 2023 NBA Draft Party is gonna be here.
really do." And so he said, yeah. And
This
so David went
It's gonna be super
to
cool.
whoever was in charge at the time.
Oh,
and said,
let's go.
let's work out a deal. Let's try Jeff on the radio. So I sat with David for the end of the 95-96 season.
Shut off.
Eastern Conference Finals and lost to the
Mom, could you
Chicago
press
Bulls,
the
but in all
thing
those
button?
games in the
That's
playoffs,